Hi, this is Bhupin Tube. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I would compare and test three most popular wireless microphones. I would be testing first Rode Link Filmmaker microphone, and then I would be testing Saramonic Blink 500 microphone, and lastly I will be testing Rode Go compact wireless microphone. I have to emphasize that none of these companies have approached me to review their microphones. So this is an independent review and there is no bias over which microphone is the best. It's my personal review and it's from the results I got from the test. Also, for each one I would be comparing the price, and I would also be comparing the pros and cons of each of the microphones. If you want to go directly to each and every test, you need to click on the chapters on the timeline in here. Move your mouse over the timeline and you could see the chapters, and if you click there you could go right to the beginning of the test. So let's start the test. So I have come to Lake District to test this microphone, this wireless microphone, and I'm gonna walk 100 meters away from the microphone. 100 meters, approximately 330 feet. So each step I take, I count, and each step is 1 feet. So I'll come near to the camera so that it will start from next to the camera. As you can see, the transmitter is attached to my front, but when I'm walking, my back would be to the camera. So I'm starting the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But 330 is a lot, so I'm not gonna count 330. So I'm just gonna walk, and approximately we will know. I walk until you would tell me that it's very far. I'm kind of out of range. Can you still see me? So I'm walking, you know. Obviously the transmitter is to my side. It's not ready to. So I'm going further and further. It would be very interesting if this would record my sound, but again, you can use your phone connected to the microphone to record your voice, but it would not transmit, but it would not record the sound. To you. I think this is a pretty long distance, so if you'll be recording this, that would be great. So now I'm walking back towards the camera, and transmitter is right in front of me. So as I'm walking close to the camera, if it is recording, we would know, and that would be amazing, because this is amazing. Recording. I got a windshield on as well. So let's just talk and walk in Lake District. Such a nice weather today. I thought it would be fantastic to come out and also to test this microphone. It doesn't come cheap, but hopefully it works well, which is all that matters. Because if you buy something very cheap and it doesn't work, what's the sense of having that thing in the first place? Something that works is important. That's the first thing, that it will work. So I was talking about, I was walking back, and if it was working, then we would know that it was working, and it would be fantastic. As you saw, the connectivity on the clip was very good. Even I went very far and you could barely see me in the horizon, but you could still hear me. It means the connectivity was good, especially when I turned around and the transmitter was in front of me, which was pointing to the receiver. As I was keep walking, you could still hear me quite well. I'm really impressed with the connectivity of this microphone. Yes, the sound quality is also good. It's quite loud. You could hear me quite clearly, but I think it's a bit too sensitive, which means it hears more inhalation, which is my major problem with Rode microphones. I mean, in post editing, you probably could get rid of the inhalation, but I'm looking for a microphone that would work all the time and would not record my inhalation, which causes kind of a distraction. So now it's the time to run another test, which is indoor. I have some computers turned on in this room. This room is not very big, and I'll put the setting on one of them to 0 and the other -20. This means the lowest sensitivity. Hopefully this setting would prevent the recording of my inhalation, which is really the biggest drawback of using Rode products. If it could eliminate the sensitivity so that it will not record my inhalation, that's a big plus point, because it brought me to the range that I could use it more comfortably. The only downside, I think, is if the inhalation would be fixed, would be the size of it. But again, it has got space for putting the battery in, and I guess you need a big antenna to keep the connectivity of the transmitter to the receiver more robust, and it's because it's also protected in a casing. It kind of takes more space, I guess. Other than that, I think it's a good product. I think it's something that's been built to last for long. Also, I think it consumes too much energy. As I said, I don't use this a lot, and already I have to replace my battery, which it can be very expensive to just keep replacing batteries. So I suggest you, if you go with this, go with a rechargeable battery. So as I'm talking, it's recording, and this is my final test. I can turn my head around and up and the other side and see whether the quality changed. But this is an omnidirectional microphone, which means it records sound from every direction. Obviously the sensitivity is higher as you are closer to the source. So if you go to Amazon, in US it costs you $400, and wireless Go costs you just $200. So it's almost twice more expensive to buy this old version of Rode wireless microphone compared to the new version, which is only $200. In the UK it's discounted at the moment, and you can buy it for £243. So now it's the time to test this microphone. I got it on, and I'm gonna walk now to the end of this path. At the end of this path I got a garden, and I already measured how many steps I'm taking, and approximately you will know what's the distance that the range of this would work. While I'm talking, this is a close distance. Are we ready for the test? I'm gonna walk almost 30 feet from where the receiver is to the back end of this garden. So I'm gonna walk all the way to the end, and we will see whether the connection still works and whether the quality is still as good as when I'm speaking close to the camera. Let's start walking. As I'm walking, I'm talking, and you can see, if you notice any difference, we would know. I'm walking back. The view might not be very clear now, but it's a bit more windy here, so I have to talk a bit more low voice because I'm in the garden now. And yeah, I'm getting to the back end of the garden. I put another camera here, and now you can see me from here as well, and from far distance. This is 30 feet, so let's see the quality is as good or not. I'm walking back now. Obviously you could hear some noise of the bushes blowing by the wind, and now I'm walking back to the camera. As you can see, hopefully the quality of the sound is almost the same, and this was the test that I wanted to conduct. What I've noticed from this microphone that's a bit bothers me and I'm worried about is I feel that the sound is a bit lagging behind my lips movement, so it's not sync as perfectly as I'm expecting it to be. It might be my imagination. You guys let me know in the comments below whether my lips move the same time that I talk, the voice. Other than that, I really like this microphone. It's easier to fit it on your shirt. I like the clip is bigger, so it's easier to fit. It looks like robust. So now I've connected the lavalier cable and I'm speaking now through the lavalier. You probably could hear some noise when I'm touching it, but let's stabilize it now for some time. Let's make the conclusions. So this cost around $300. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. The packaging is nice. I feel like a lot of money being spent on the packages. I don't understand why now in this day of age, why packaging is so important to spend the money on. Please spend the money on the technology and make your products better, because now we buy everything online, and if it works well, it works well, and that's important. But for me, after bringing my recording back to my computer and start editing, I start to hear some noise, like type of noise that you capture. Again, I have to confess that my house is not noiseless. There is always some kind of noise around, but that's why we use this type of microphone, so that we could channel in towards our own voice and channel out all other voices around. If we couldn't do that nicely, then I don't know, is it the product that I would invest my money? There were some reviews online saying, okay, they went for this because it has 2 transmitters and it's perfect for having interviews, because some people want to have interviews and they need 2. One very famous YouTuber said there are no budget good wireless microphones out there. So some of the summary, its range is 50 meters compared to Rode, which was 70 meters. Its battery lasts for 5 hours, and 2.4 gigahertz transmission frequency makes it a license-less microphone, which is very useful thing to have. So now is the time to test this microphone. It's on. You can see the 2 lights are on, and on the receiver it catches my voice. The distance I'm talking now is around 3 feet, and I'm gonna walk to the end of this hall and then back end of the garden, which is around 30 feet distance. So let's start walking. As I'm walking, I'm talking, and if you still can hear me, that means we still got the connection on. So while I'm walking towards the outside, there will be a bit of a wind, so that would be a good test to see whether with the wind it works. I'm lowering my voice a bit here because it's a public space. I don't want to talk too loud when I'm outside in the garden. There are birds. Okay, the wind is not very high now, and I'm still obviously trying to see whether this is really good, because there is a lot of advertisements about this product, but I'm not really sure it delivers what it says on the package. Just to give you a sense of distance, I'm walking now back with the camera in my hand. So this is the distance. Sorry about choppy movements, but yes, I'm coming back. This other camera is the one that's filming me, and I'm standing here. So I'm back now to where we started. Again, this is the lowest gain setting. I set it up. I don't really like the quality of this. It's not very reliable. I feel like sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's horrible, sometimes it catches too much noise. I can't go anywhere higher than the lowest setting. Probably I shouldn't touch the transmitter as much as I'm doing now while I'm talking to you, trying to explain the quality of this product, because it's a big investment. It doesn't come cheap, so you want to make sure the equipment that you buy is really worth the cost you're paying. Some of this whole clip on the review on this product was shot using my Sony RX100 camera. Some of it was shot using Saramonic microphone, and now obviously I'm testing using the actual microphone. And you can watch my channel. In my channel I use both the microphones to try to understand myself which one of these two microphones really works the best and which one doesn't, because I almost made my mind now to return this Rode microphone back to Amazon because I'm not very happy with the quality of the sound. I feel it again catches too much of my noise. Like when I'm breathing, when I'm inhaling, I feel as it records the sound of my inhaling, which is annoying, which is really annoying. I'm not really bothered about how long it can take me to. I'm also at the point that I might ditch overall the wireless. Here, I just want to show you how much noise it records. It actually records my inhalation. So when I'm breathing in, you can hear the sound. For example, I play and listen carefully to the noise. Using you see, when I'm breathing in, you could hear like that sound, and it's clearly shown in here, this level of sound that's been recorded using this microphone, that it shouldn't really catch that sound. Like if you play the same in Saramonic, this would be flat and there won't be any sign of me breathing in. So for Rode, for me, this is the biggest drawback. It's a drawback that I really can't fix and I can't ignore. Maybe there would be a fix if I would put the microphone a bit more away from my mouth by putting it maybe on my pocket, but then I don't know whether it will catch the surrounding noise more, which might be a worst case scenario. So if I put it away from my mouth, that means it would have a higher chance of capturing the sound from the surrounding rather than just from me speaking. It has got a 7-hour battery life, so you will not run out of battery for 7 hours, which is a good thing compared to Saramonic, which is 5 hours only. Another feature is that it range, according to the package, is around 70 meters, so that's a really long distance, and we tested for 9 meters and it worked perfectly. The signal didn't get lost. So a couple of other points worth mentioning is that this microphone works with 2.4 gigahertz frequency. That means you would not need a license to be able to run this microphone. So if you go anything over that, when you go to different countries, you might need a license to be able to run this microphone, which can be cumbersome for YouTubers, and you want to blog and you want to travel with this microphone to different parts of the world, or even in your own country. You would need a license to operate that. That's one of the benefits of having this microphone, that you don't need a license for running it. At the moment it costs £149. Original price was £185, which is equals to 166 euros, or in US dollars it's $161. Now it's the time for the summary. The summary is as follows. For me, the only microphone among these three microphones that satisfied my needs was Rode Link microphone. It's because it has got 6 settings, so you can adjust the gain in a way that it would not record your inhalation, as well as it can cover very long range, and the quality of sound was better, and hence it's twice as expensive as Rode Compact Go or Saramonic. The downside of Rode Link is its huge size, its battery consumption is very high, and it's heavier. On the other hand, Compact Go is small, it fits very well everywhere, but the problem is it records your inhalation, the sound quality is not as great, it's highly sensitive. And thirdly, Saramonic Blink 500, for me, yes, it has an advantage that it has got 2 transmitters coming in the package with 1 receiver, but the sound quality is not great. And in one of my recordings, while I was recording, in the middle of the recording, it suddenly turned off, which is not acceptable because reliability is really important. You might be filming something for 1 hour and you'll be relying on the audio recording it all the time, and then suddenly in the middle of recording, if the sound disappears, it's no use. Reliability is more important than even the sound quality. So Compact Go covers 50-meter range, Saramonic 70 meters, and Rode Link 100 meters. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you to understand which microphone is the best microphone for your budget and your needs. If this helped you, please don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.